Coming up in today's episode, I'll show you how I set up my dome alarm and Echo Voice Assistant to announce the detection of smoke. Hey, thanks for tuning in today. In this episode of Bud's Home Automation, I'll demonstrate how I use the activation of my Z-Wave First Alert smoke alarm to trigger an additional dome alarm and to also make a custom alert on my Echo Voice Assistant. If you've been a long-time subscriber, today's automation may sound familiar to you. This is, in fact, a redo of a former automation. However, that previous automation relied on the late great Echo Speaks app. Therefore, I thought I would recreate this automation using the SmartThings home monitor and a virtual switch. So let me show you what this automation does. This automation uses the SmartThings home monitor to check my First Alert smoke alarm for a potential activation event. Because our smoke alarm is located in my basement near my wood-burning stove, the location of that alarm makes it difficult to hear from our upstairs master bedroom. Therefore, I created multiple alerts that are triggered following the activation of the alarm. When smoke is detected, the SmartThings home monitor will use that detection event to trigger my dome security alarm, which is located in my first floor living room. That's directly under my master bedroom. The SmartThings home monitor will also turn on a lamp in my master bedroom. Now, since I currently do not have a SmartThings compatible speaker, such as a Bose or Sonos speaker, I am not able to set up a custom statement directly within the SmartThings home monitor. Thus, as a workaround, I'll create a virtual switch that can be used in a SmartThings automation. The status of that virtual switch will be used in a routine to trigger a statement on my master bedroom's Echo Dot. If you have a speaker that works with SmartThings, you can use that speaker to make a custom voice response right within the SmartThings home monitor. When we get to the settings of the SmartThings home monitor, I'll show you how to select and set up your compatible speaker. Let's now look at the devices which you'll need for this automation. This automation requires that you have a home internet provider and a SmartThings hub connected to your home's router via Ethernet cable or Wi-Fi. You'll also need to wirelessly connect the devices used in this automation with your SmartThings hub. The main devices which I'm using include a First Alert Z-Wave smoke and carbon monoxide detector. And I also will be using a Z-Wave dome security alarm. I use a Sylvania smart switch to control my master bedroom lamp, and finally I have a Gen 3 Echo Dot on which I'll make the verbal smoke detection announcement. You can access these and other SmartThings compatible devices via my Amazon store link. That link can be found in the description below this video. While in my Amazon store, just click on the Smart Home product selection and you'll discover an extensive list of SmartThings compatible devices. Now let's get into the setup. In this section, I'll be substituting the phrase Miss A for the wake word. This will help avoid unintended activation of your Amazon devices. Before attempting to set up this automation, I highly recommend that you first watch my video titled Use SmartThings to Make Echo Announcements. This video will show you the precise steps for setting up a new device handler. It will guide you with step-by-step instructions for creating the simulated Miss A switch. If you are already well-versed in setting up SmartThings device handlers, I'll leave a link to the GitHub raw code in the description below this video. You can simply copy and paste that code into the SmartThings IDE. Now, once you've created the new simulated Miss A switch as a device handler, you want to come back to this point in the video to see the steps for using that device handler to create a new device in the SmartThings IDE under the Devices tab. We'll label our new device as a smoke alarm switch, And once the smoke alarm switch is created, that new device will display within our device list on the SmartThings app. We'll then be able to use that switch in a SmartThings automation. Our SmartThings automation will use the activation of the first alert smoke and CO detector to turn on or open the smoke alarm switch. As stated previously, this change in the switch's status will then be used to trigger a routine that we'll create in the Miss A app. The routine will instruct our Echo voice assistant to make a custom statement. After that custom statement is made, the Miss A routine will then reset the smoke alarm switch by turning the switch off or closed. Now let me show you the steps to put all this together. We'll start by creating the smoke alarm switch in the SmartThings IDE devices list. I'll then take you through the steps to set up the smoke detection in the SmartThings home monitor. We'll then set up a simple SmartThings custom automation using the smoke alarm switch. And finally, we'll use the status of that smoke alarm switch in a Miss A routine to make the intended announcement on the Echo Dot. Okay, so here we are into my SmartThings IDE. I'm on my device handlers tab, and here is the simulated Miss A switch. And if I click on that, you can see the raw code. Again, I'll leave a link below this description so that you can copy and paste this code, assuming that you have done this before and you know how to set this up. If you don't know how to set this up, you need to watch that video that I mentioned, and the link to that video is also below in the description. Once you have the device handler set up, then you go to My Devices tab. In the My Devices tab, we're going to add a new device. So you click on this plus sign, this blue button in the upper right hand corner to create a new device. We're going to call this the smoke alarm switch. I already have that in the list, and we're just going to copy that and paste that as the label. The label is what shows up in your SmartThings app. All right, no Zigbee ID is needed. As for the device network ID, I'm going to select virtual switch, and we'll make this 4. This can be anything you want, but it has to be unique. So make sure that you don't use the same device network ID twice. The type is where we select that device handler. So we're going to go down the list, and it should be towards the bottom. And here you see the simulated Miss A switch. I'm going to select that. We're going to leave version published. Location will be Bud's Home. Hub will be Bud's Home Hub. And group will just leave blank. We'll assign that inside the app. Let's hit create. All right, and let's go back to My Devices. And should be towards the bottom, smoke alarm switch. And I created this previously, so I'm going to go ahead and delete this so I don't end up with 2 switches in my app. So we'll delete that particular one. All right, so we're good to go into our SmartThings app, and we'll first show you how to set up the SmartThings home monitor, and then we'll get into an automation using this switch. Okay, let's go ahead and go into the SmartThings app. And once we're in here, we'll go into the SmartThings home monitor. So the home monitor is booting up there. Okay, so let's click on SmartThings home monitor. All right, and next we want to click on settings. That's the little gear icon in the upper right hand corner there, and we're going to click on smoke. It says monitor for smoke and carbon monoxide. So we're first going to set up our smoke detectors. If you have several smoke detectors and you want to use them all, then you would simply turn that switch on. I only have one smoke detector. I'll just hit all selected since that's the only one I have. Hit done. All right, now we want to go to set response. So I'll click on that. So where it says sound sirens, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to select my dome siren because I want that to sound. If there is an activation of that smoke detector, hit done. And then where it says down here, play audio notifications, I'm going to click on that. Now, my dome siren is not a type of device where I can play a custom message on, but I'm going to select that just to show you how you can set up your specific speaker if you have a compatible speaker. We'll hit done. Where it says volume, we'll click on that, and you can adjust the volume of that speaker to any level you want. Hit done. And then where it says notification sound, you click on that, and where you go down to where it says read message aloud, and then you can put a custom message in there. It says smoke detected, we'll just leave that as the default. So that's how you set up a speaker. If you have, say, a Sonos or a Bose speaker that is tied to your SmartThings system, then you can set that up. I do not have that, so I'm going to turn off the volume, and I'm also going to turn off the play notification. I'm going to deselect that and hit done. And instead of setting this up within the SmartThings home monitor, we're going to set up a custom automation to trigger that switch that we created. The last thing we need to do is turn on lights, and I've already set that up, but you'll see up there at the top where it says turn on lights. I'll click on that. You can turn on any number of lights. I've selected my bedroom lamp, and we'll hit done. So that's all there is to setting up the detection of smoke and the resulting responses that you get from that detection of smoke. So we'll hit done, and we'll exit out of this menu all the way to the front, and that's concludes the setup of our SmartThings home monitor. Exit one more time. Now what we need to do is write a custom automation using that switch that we just created. Let's go ahead and scroll down so that we can find that smoke alarm switch, and there it is at the bottom with no room assigned. So first of all, we're going to click on this, we'll long press it, and we'll select move to another room, and I'm just going to select our basement for that and hit move. Okay, so it indicated here that our smoke alarm switch is now connected to the Amazon app, so we can use that over there once we get our automation set up. So let's scroll to the top and find our basement group. There it is, and you see the smoke alarm here in the upper right hand side, and it's showing clear that it's not activated. And then you'll see also the smoke alarm switch that is now opened, and what we want to do is close that switch or turn it on whenever smoke or CO is detected. So we're going to write a simple automation to do that, and we're going to hit the plus sign at the top of the screen. Then we're going to click on automation, and then we're going to add a condition. The condition we're going to select is device status, so we'll click on that. We're going to look for our smoke and CO alarm, and that's at the top of the list. We'll click on that. First, we're going to select smoke detector, and we're going to select the smoke detected option and hit save. Hit save again. We're going to add another condition, and again we're going to select device status, and we're going to again select the smoke and CO alarm. This time we're going to select carbon monoxide detector, and we're going to hit detected and hit save. Save again. So we want to change this from all conditions to any condition. So if smoke is detected on the smoke and CO alarm, or if carbon monoxide is detected on the smoke and CO alarm, then we want certain actions to take place. And the action we want to add is to turn on that simulated Miss A switch. So we're going to add action. We're going to hit control devices at the top of the list. going to go to our smoke alarm switch and select that and hit save. And again, we want to turn it on. So we'll leave that setting turn on and hit save. And then hit done. Now it's just a matter of naming the automation. We'll leave this as the default and hit OK. And then done. All right, so this automation is set up. So we'll see if we can find it here in the list. There it is. Smoke and CO alarm, smoke detector, smoke detected. So there's, if it detects either smoke or carbon monoxide, then close that switch. And it's that simple to set up that automation. So let's back out of here. And we're at our home screen. Now we simply need to go over to the Miss A app. So we're going to go into there. All right, at the bottom we want to hit more. And let's hit routines. And hit the plus sign at the top to add a routine. We're going to call this smoke announcement, I guess. Next. When this happens, so we're going to go into the smart home option. We're going to look for that smoke alarm switch. Oh, there it is. We'll select smoke alarm switch and we'll leave it at closed. That's on. We'll hit next. So when that closes, we want to have Miss A make a custom statement. So we'll click on Miss A says customized smoke or CO detected on the downstairs smoke detector. Next. Next again. Now I'm going to add another action, and you can do these out of order, and I'm going to show you how to do that. I want to make sure that when this statement is made that the volume is at a high level. So I'm going to select the device. I'm going to select volume, and I'm going to take it all the way to the top. Hit next. So it says Miss A will set volume to 10. Hit next. All right, so it actually put it in the right order. So the first step would be to set the volume to 10, then to make the statement. And then what we want to do, as you recall, is reset that smoke alarm switch so that it's open again and it's ready for this next detection event. So we're going to add an action. Again, we're going to select the smart home. Where is the smart home? Oh, there it is. So here we're going to select all devices. We're going to look again for that smoke alarm switch, which I believe is towards the bottom. At the top of the list, smoke alarm switch. We'll click on that. And we want to turn it off. Hit next. Okay, and now we do have to adjust the order here to take this down to the bottom, and that switch will be turned off. Now, if you want to enhance the notification, you can actually put a pause in between where it says smoke alarm detected, the audible statement, and you can put a wait command in there and then repeat that, and repeat it several times if you wish. Last thing to do is to choose the device. So again, this happens in our master bedroom Echo Dot there in the list. Click on that, hit save, and it says our routine is created successfully. So we're all set up. Now I want to go over to the SmartThings app here and test this routine. I've got a video in the background that's frozen at this point, but we'll run it as soon as we're ready to test the automation. A couple things I want to point out in the SmartThings home monitor here. You're going to see these tiles light up whenever the automation is run. To activate this automation, I'm actually putting some smoke underneath my smoke alarm to see if I can trigger it. Once it's triggered, you should see the smoke and CO alarm tile light up. You'll also see the smoke alarm switch open. At the same time, you should see the bedroom lamp switch come on. The tile will light up. You'll also see that there'll be a push notification that'll come over on the phone, and then there's a second push notification that happens that indicates that the siren, the dome siren, will activate in 30 seconds. So we'll leave this routine run long enough so that you can hear the dome siren go off. Now I have my bedroom door, which is just to the right of the desk where my Echo Dot is on. I have that open, so it will sound louder than normal. Typically we have that door closed in the evenings. The other thing I wanted to point out is in the routine that I wrote in the Miss A app, I have added 2 more notifications, so it'll repeat that notification that I put in there 3 times before it stops the routine. And then when it stops the routine, you're going to see that smoke alarm switch close again. So it's reset for the next activation event. So with that, let's go ahead and watch what happens whenever I trigger the smoke and CO alarm.
Smoke or CO detected on the downstairs smoke detector. Smoke or CO detected on the downstairs smoke detector. Smoke or CO detected on the downstairs smoke detector.
Hey, I want to thank you for joining me today for this automation episode. If this information was helpful to you in any way, let me know in the comments below. I look forward to seeing you in the next home automation episode. Until then, keep automating and God bless.